This one's about Ohio. All right, so I went to Ohio twice this year, and it was for a female, but now it's not what you guys will automatically jump to. So this girl I've known for I couldn't even tell you. I'd say forever because that seems to be the only time span that I can ever think about. So I've known her forever, theoretically speaking. And the way that we met is how I meet most of my casual people. Horrible first grade impressions. I think they're I personally think they're horrible. I don't really know how other people think about them, but I want to say, because I'm trying to think of it. This goes back years, and I can't remember what the hell I ate last night. So I'm going back in my head, trying to rewind. What the hell were my first words to her? I don't know. In all honesty, it's all I know is I introduced myself as black. As basic as this color, my hair color, not my skin, because I'm brown. Fuck you. And the asphalt that's in front of us that you can't see. The can axe I'm using. This, which is not black, it's gray. But this, black. So yeah, that, I don't know why, I just thought that was the best way to introduce her and introduce myself to her. And the thing is, she's I want to say she's the first black female friend I've ever had, and the way I introduced myself is just the most ridiculous way. So yeah, that's how I introduced myself to my first ever female black friend. So I don't know what it was about the intro that she liked so much, but it was good enough that it expanded into a friendship that lasted I would say till this day. We don't talk, but I don't talk to a lot of my friends, to be honest, because I'm not the type to. I understand that we're all busy. I understand we all live our lives. We all want to do something. So I'm not going to take time away from your busyness and all this and all that. So if you're free, you're free. If you're not, you're not. So if we can talk, we can. If we can't, we can't. I understand that. But we're on all of each other's social media. So I understand if I can still see what you're doing, you can still see what I'm doing. I assume we're still tight. I assume we're still friends. Just because we don't communicate day to day doesn't mean that we don't get along and stuff like that. I don't talk to a lot of people day to day that consider me family, but I don't know. So I will assume, unless she says, nah, fuck you, nigga, I don't like you no more. So until that occurs, we're friends. So I met her, and the thing about her is she's about 5'4", skinny as hell. And she got a mouth. She's a strong woman. She's a no shit taking, no shit talking, I'll clock you in a fucking face if you disrespect me, strong woman. And I mean, so you tell me how you think that first encounter would have went, because I don't know how the fuck she ain't clocked me in the face till this day, although she done clock Junior in the face. Woo! But I don't know how she hasn't clocked me in the face quite yet, because I say some disrespectful shit on accident, maybe on purpose, but I don't know. So I'm assuming she must like me to a degree. She ain't punched me yet, she ain't killed me, although she's threatened to kill me a lot of times. And a lot of females have threatened to kill me, to be honest. But I think if I had to compare them, she's probably the highest, by a shit ton. So I don't know how she hasn't clocked me yet in the years that we've known each other, but we kind of hit it off pretty well, in my opinion. And we used to hang out at each other. Well, actually, I used to go. How this happened is, I used to I'm trying to figure out how to explain this, because it can be very confusing, or I'm just making it very confusing. I'm not 100% sure. But we used to hang out a lot, and it didn't matter what we did, but typically we're just walking around the neighborhood or playing in the woods, because, oh yeah, I didn't explain when I met her. Ooh, shit. I met her about early high school. So, 15, 16, 14, 12. I don't know, anywhere between 12 and 26. That's when I met her. I'm not 26 yet. So, and we met in school. Location was probably important. In the cafeteria, more location. I told this story completely fucked up and backwards, but whatever. Cafeteria, I introduced myself as black. Okay, now you guys are caught up. So, we used to just run around and not really get into trouble, but, we still had fun. Stayed away from the cops, stayed away from burning things down, but I don't know what it was about her, but maybe it's the fact that she's the first ever black person that, like, the first ever black female I met. But the thing that I keep forgetting to neglect to say is she's not 100% black. Honestly, when I first looked at her, I didn't know what the fuck to call her. I had to ask her. I'm not kidding when I said this. When I say this, I had to ask her if she was black, and I think that if anything should have gotten me hit, it should have been that. But I think what I liked about her personality was, I don't know, I think she kind of reflected me in a certain extent. Like, I feel like when it comes to making any friend, you don't choose someone that's the most not like you. Like, you wouldn't choose someone that absolutely hates everything that you like or likes everything you hate. Like, you gotta pick someone that has some common ground with you. And even though she wasn't always serious, but she was more serious than me, and it's like, damn, girl, calm your tits. You ain't gotta be that serious. And then I'm just like, officer, I know I did that, but you telling me to hold a straight face? Psh, what's straight? Because I can't draw a straight line. A joke within a joke. So how we end up becoming close friends, I don't know. And when am I gonna start consistently speaking about her? I don't know either. I know it's 6 minutes long into this, and I can't really form a correct sentence, and I can't formulate a good thought about her. And it's because there are too many. I can't think about what to say about her without freaking sounding like I love her. So, the dilemmas I go through a lot. I'm trying to think of the easiest PG way. Like, she's just an amazing person, great to talk to. She's an intellect just like me. It's just I don't have time to talk to her, and it really, I don't know, it kind of bugs me a little bit. So that's the reason, just the premises of why I would go all the way to Ohio, which is only probably like the second time I got lost going to Ohio. But I know I should probably talk more into Ohio about now. But no, this is the background. Shut up, listen to me. So I ended up going about 3.5 hours. This was a spur of the moment thing. I didn't really plan it. I let her know maybe 24 hours in advance. I can't tell you if it was 100% sure. And this is literally how it went. I got to work Friday night, let her know, and left Saturday morning. Or was that the second time? I don't know. I've been there twice. So one of the times I left just stupidly, didn't care. And then I went out there. You know what the crazy part is? When I met her, she was still skinny as hell. Like, I don't know. I felt it hard to talk to her again. I think it's because I've been away from her for so long and we don't really connect. We don't really talk as much as I wish we could or wish we would. But I really miss her. I really do. I kind of wish I had her closer. I kind of wish I could see her more. I kind of wish I could talk to her more. But at the same time, I don't know how to tell her that. I'm weird about expressing my emotions and sharing this stuff because I doesn't really tell how to in short, and I could explain that a different one, but this was all about Ohio. So going to Ohio, it wasn't too bad. The trip, that's all I was thinking was about her. It was 100% her. On the way there, I was excited. That's what drove me. And on the way there, I listened to a fucking NF album. Now, if you don't know anything about that artist, he's a very good lyricist. He makes some hard hitters, and they're emotional songs. And I don't know what it was, just thinking about her, then driving down there listening to that music. I just felt like I was emotional, but what everyone else is what everyone else will always see. Because I don't express emotions. So I went down there and I kind of felt like I was awkward. From the outside looking in, I couldn't tell you how it went. I really couldn't. Because in my head, I think it went horrible, although to me, I was just glad to see her. I was just glad to spend time with her. I didn't care what the fuck went on. I didn't care if I would have went there, got robbed, stabbed, fucking hung. As long as I got to see her, I would have been happy. I didn't care if I would have went down there, some way down the trip, one of these car tires blew up, and I was late, or I couldn't have went. Actually, I would have cared, because if I wasn't able to see her, that would have just fucking like ruined the whole entire trip. But I honestly didn't care as long as I got to see her. That was my biggest thing. That was the only thing that went through my head. I didn't give a fuck. But for everyone else, they just thought I went down there for specific reasons. I don't know what they exactly thought. For some, good friend. For others, sex. For others, I don't know. But I went there strictly for her because I haven't seen her in forever. The second time, oh yeah. Also, I was fulfilling the promise. I forgot about that. I promised her when she moved, which she didn't say no goodbyes to me, asshole. But when she moved, I promised her I would see her. Now, I made this promise in high school. I'm 21 now. I made this when I was, I don't know, about 16, 17. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. But if I care about someone, I'll hold true to my words. If I say I'm going to see you, it's all it is time. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the stuff. I had the money, I had the stuff, I had 2 days off of work. I was only working one job at the time, so I was able to do, well, not really one job, it's just because I'm thinking I had to have fallen on a weekend for me to be able to do it, because I worked 2 jobs, literally. I work daytime doing asphalt and seal coating, throw all day and hell, sometimes even into the night. And I'll go in at night and clean banks and office spaces. So it's back to back throughout the week. I am working and yeah. And for some reason, people don't understand that. So I made sure on a whim that regardless of what the fuck was going on, I was going to see her. I took a Saturday. Like, I had to have taken a Saturday because it couldn't have been a Friday night because I would have been working. So Saturday, drove 3-4 hours, I don't even know, but drove there on the thought of her. Stayed there, I want to say, I don't even know if I even stayed in Ohio for 24 hours, to be honest, the first time. I went there, stayed night at a motel or wherever flip the thing is called. Hung out with her for a little bit, got to meet someone special in her life, enjoyed the time. Second time I went there, I actually got to spend a little bit more time, but at the same time, I just don't feel like it went how I wish it could have. And I think that's why I think it went horrible, because I honestly wanted to spend time with her like we did when we were younger, and I know that can't be the case because we have different lives, we're doing different things. There are things in our lives now today that prevent us to be able to do things that we were able to do when we were younger, but at the same time, there are things that we have now that would allow us to be able to do more, but it's all about time. And sadly, I have more time than she does. It's just I don't really have the confidence. I think that's where she beats me. Maybe one of these days. Yeah, maybe one of these days. I might have to make a third trip to Ohio. Or maybe I might never go back. I'm not quite sure. I honestly, personally think my second trip fucked it up, but I don't know. But in all honesty, before I phase out for the last time in this video, I hope whatever is going on in life with you, I hope it goes well. I hope whatever you choose to pursue, I hope that goes well too, and I hope that you can continue to conquer, destroy, and defeat whatever monsters that you have. I really am your biggest fan. I just really wish I could figure out how to keep in touch with you more.